Alright guys, I'm going to try to show you how I put a copper drop tube in a steam tray pan. This is just a cover. These are test holes. That is the wrong type of flux. I didn't know before I started a long time ago. So, I got my little handy drop tube puller, step drill bit, some magic tap cutting fluid, and this Ruby stainless solder is what I'd used. Just gonna show you that. I'm not gonna solder right now. I don't have a helper, so let's see how this goes. And I'll get myself in trouble or not. So I'm drilling to the ID copper. You'll probably be able to see that. So ID of 3/4 copper, 3/4. And I like to clean up the bottom too. Now, this will just come off later. Kind of rush that just for video purposes. So here's my handy little drop tube puller. Hopefully you can see me here. So it's simply a 1-inch socket, carriage bolt. I got a little spring on there, help keep the socket centered, and the carriage bolt, I don't know where focus is, just has a washer. I ground it down to 7/8 inch, put a little JB weld on there. Made it a little cone shape so it would help center. And all you do is drop that through the hole, nuts on top, and inside the pan. Put my washer, furniture pad holds my spring on, socket goes over it, nut, kind of wiggle it, make sure you get your bolt centered in the hole. And then I'm just going to use my impactor. You can use whatever you want. I like my impactor. And pull the bolt through the hole. And you're going to see it makes a nice surface area for your solder to attach to. Well, that took a little while. My battery must be going dead on my impactor. But you can see, made a nice little hole there. Usually the copper doesn't fit perfectly for me right away, which is how I like it, so I'll clean up the hole. Doesn't take much. Oh, that copper is dented. Well, I guess I picked a bad piece of copper. Well, my copper's not perfectly round. I bent both ends. This is just a piece of scrap I had. Well, as you can see, nothing's ever perfect. I'm just going to open up that hole a little bit more for this bent piece of copper I got. do it. You can see that does fit nice and snug. And the nice part is you have a nice, you can put that there maybe a little more. If that's the bottom of your pan, you have a very good amount of copper lip there to solder to. And there's the drop tube on the bottom. Well, I hope that helps some guys that are wondering how they do it. Next, I would simply apply flux. This particular flux is just a liquid. It does work very well. So obviously just try to get it in the area you want. I usually have to do it a couple times. I'll put a little heat on it. Then with the rubies, for whatever reason, I got to go back over it one more time, and then the water the solder sticks to it. But as you can see, the ruby, it works very well. It's very fast acting, and it doesn't really require you to scrub your copper as you traditionally would. You just rub a little bit on. You could use a cloth, come over it, and makes it nice and shiny. Hope that helps, guys. Get your boil on.